So what are the pros and cons of having a 9 to 5 job while building your business? And I wanted to make this one specifically because, I've worked 9 to 5 job. I think I've worked 2 to 3 9 to 5 jobs, 2 that were more serious. The other one, it was like shorter, like not even a year. And I've had 9 to 5 job where I only had a job, and then I've had 9 to 5 job when I was also trying to build a business, to replace the income and all that. And so I just wanted to share my perspective on this because, I'll look around. Some people like 9 to 5 jobs. Some people hate a 9 to 5. Some people think that if you have a 9 to 5 job that you're a loser. Some people are like, want to become a business owner and they think it's embarrassing to work a 9 to 5. So I just wanted to share my perspective of how I utilize 9 to 5, because that's what I saw it as something that I could benefit from to build my business. I didn't see myself less than anyone by having a job or any of that, right? And so I just wanted to share some of that, and eventually getting to a point where now I only run a business and I haven't worked a job in over, I think 3 years at this point, two and a half, maybe 2.5 years, since May of 2020. So I guess 3 years. But, and yeah, like not saying there aren't challenges just having a business, whatnot, because there's challenges with everything. Even if you have a job and then trying to build a business, there's also challenges, right? So the way I see having a job, a 9 to 5 job, the benefit is, you have that paycheck coming in, the amount you're getting paid. So, okay, I can invest this much into my business. I could do this to go to this event. I could do this to advertise here or market this, whatever you want to do, right? And now, one of the cons of having a job nowadays is it's not as secure as people think anymore, because AI is replacing so many jobs. The World Economic Forum said they predicted 800 million jobs being replaced by 2030, right? And World Economic Forum, if you don't know about them, look into them. It's like all the billionaires are part of it and all the people who have influence over in this world, right? And so robots are coming in, right? And already many jobs are being replaced by free AIs. So imagine if there's paid AIs at some point and all that, like how much more jobs are going to be replaced, right? So it's not as secure. However, if you really develop yourself and not be lazy within a job, because many people get a job, they're like, oh, I get paid no matter what, and I used to do this too. But it's like now that's not acceptable anymore, right? Like you could easily get replaced. There are more people looking for jobs, and there's AI who could replace. So if you take it seriously and develop your skills, then you're not going to be as replaced easily, right? And so the goal of how I saw a job was have it long enough so I could have money coming in, so I could invest in the things I wanted to that would give me the best chance to building my business. And then once I was starting to make some money from my business, then I was like, all right, now it's time to quit. But for me, and another aspect I see is having a job is unique to each person. There's no one big rule. For me, I used to live with my mom at that time when I was trying to build my business, so I already didn't have many expenses. So I was able to quit the job earlier, and through a lot of hard work, mentorship, and all of that, try to make my business work. But that may not be the case for everyone. So you have to see for yourself of 9 to 5, you're working until 5, 6, whatever it is, because travel time, you drive in and all that. But then after 6, what you do is very important. And many people think, oh, I already worked till 5, I already worked a lot. But the reality is, if you work a business full time, a business that you wanted to work, you have to spend 12, 14, 16 hours, if not 18 hours a day, building your business every single day. I know business owners who are like, damn, I wish I could go back to my 9 to 5 job because of how much work I'm putting in here, So, so for you have to look at it for yourself of what is the practical thing you see within a job. And also another mistake most people make is they think, oh, I don't want to work a job, because they think they have to work a job their whole life. But it's like, no, if you have an intention of, no, I'm working here temporarily because it gives me the money to then invest in this thing that will allow me to then build my business, there's nothing wrong with that. And then no matter how other people will judge you of like, oh, you're working a job, I thought you were an entrepreneur, blah blah, you have to put up with people's bullshit anyway. So that's something that I never pay attention to what other people said about me, because I'm like, in my head, I know the plan and I'm gonna stick to it. And guess what? Once I got the results, then my family was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, how could we invest? Where could we invest? And all that stuff, right? So yeah, for you, like, don't be ashamed of it. If you have a job, also have a plan, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with any of that. There's many people who don't have a business and don't have a job. So it's like, you already, at least you have something. And I don't particularly look at anyone who has a job or who has a business and has a job. Like, I don't look at them a particular way, because all the successful business owners that you know today, they all work the job to an extent to pay their bills, expenses, all of that, so they don't have pressure. That's another pro of having a job, is you could pay your expenses, debt, all that, so that you don't feel like you're dying, right? Because many, I know people, and myself included, it's like when we didn't work a job and only had a business, it's like it felt like, damn, we can't pay anything, so it like feels like you're gonna die. You know what I mean? It's like you go into that fight or flight mode type of thing. So a job helps you at least have something coming in, so that you could actually focus on your business. And then in terms of the job, I never recommend people get a sales job, especially if you want to build a business, because a sales job gives you the mentality that, oh, because at a sales job, they give you the leads, they do all the easy work for you. So you develop this mindset of, oh, building a business is easy, but then you come to your own business and you realize, oh, I have to generate a lead, I have to do this. And then you're like, damn, it's much harder than I thought. Then you're like, I want to go back to a job, you know? So that's another thing about that too, to consider. But also working a regular job where you don't have the chance to make more, because at a sales job you have the opportunity to make more. The reason that's not good, in my opinion, is because if you make more at your job, then we're all programmed to stay at a job. So then it will be much harder for you to quit that job to then build your business, right? Because you're like, a business is a lot harder to, start my business from scratch, whereas here I'm already getting paid and I don't even do that much. But if you have a regular 9-to-5 that you kind of even don't like, it's good, because you could use that anger of like, I don't want this job, to then build your business faster, because you're like, now I have a reason to quit this job, right? Even sooner. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts. Now, if you're in a specific unique situation and you want to chat one-on-one, get more perspective, and how I was able to quit in and all that, I think I made a video on that too, of how I quit my job to become a business owner or something like that. But yeah, if you want more one-on-one, feel free to reach out. I have Instagram, Facebook, email, all of that. And I've had really cool people who watch my YouTubes reach out, and I really appreciate you guys, right? And my goal from this YouTube is not just, to see my journey of becoming more and more successful in this world and having more impact, but also I want to connect with more like-minded people through these videos. It's a unique way for me to connect with more people all over the world who think alike. So that's what I like as well. But yeah, hope you got something out of it. Definitely leave a comment of what you want me to make a video on, and type the word freedom if you watch all the way, so I know who actually watched it all the way. But yeah, appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.